dream so big and loud. I jump so high, I touch the clouds. Whoa, oh, 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 oh.
Hey, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, Chancellor Carranza. Good morning, Superintendent Rosado. Good morning, Principal McKenzie. Good morning, visitors, guests, and parents. And most importantly, good morning to the graduates of the 2020 year IS 190. You should all give yourself a round of applause. I am the proud assistant principal, Robert Ruiz, but some of you probably know me as your sixth grade math teacher. And to be honest, watching you guys grow up for the last 3 years has been nothing short of an honor. Now, we're in new times today, this year. This is not a normal graduation. So some of you may be upset that I don't have the pictures and the embarrassing moments that I promised many of you. But we're going to do our best to give you the most exciting graduation possible. I can tell you a couple of things. We miss you. We miss you dearly. And now, before I continue, Ms. Torres is going to join us with a couple of words.
Bienvenidos, Canciller Carranza, Superintendente Rosado, Principal McKenzie, padres, personal y muy importante a los graduados de la clase del 2020 de la Escuela de la 90. Nos complace darle bienvenido a nuestra graduación.
Okay, just so everybody understands, we are going to be a little choppy at points. This is new to us, just like it's new to everybody else. So what we're going to have next is the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and liberty with justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so brightly we had at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched was so gallantly streaming. And the rockets rock along the crossing, and I gave through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Good morning, families, honored guests, good morning, staff, and a special good morning to the graduating class of IS 190. Welcome again to our 2020 remote graduation ceremony. My name is Castella McKenzie, and it is my pleasure to serve as principal at ESMT IS 190. It gives me no greater pleasure at this time than to welcome our District 12 Superintendent, Ms. Jacqueline Rosado, who will be giving a message to our graduates, followed by our New York City Department of Education Chancellor, Mr. Richard Carranza.
Hello to the class of 2020. I am your very proud superintendent. I would like to begin by congratulating all of you on this great accomplishment. I know you have all worked so hard to get here today, and I am so proud of you. I also know that this is not the type of graduation you thought you would have. I'm sure you envisioned walking across the stage with your family and friends cheering you on. But you, class of 2020, are making history. And because you have made history, now you have the responsibility to be the best that you can be. You are leaving middle school during a world crisis and a racial pandemic. It is now more important than ever that you focus on how you will contribute to the change our society needs. It starts with you, my beautiful District 12 graduates. High school is an exciting time. I encourage you to follow your heart. Learn about the history of our country so that you can make it better. Even though I cannot see you face to face, I am with you. My heart is with you and will always be with you. I want you to dream big, follow your heart, and know that you can accomplish anything. Until we meet again.
Hello, students. I'm Richard Carranza, Chancellor of New York City Public Schools, the best school system in the country. I have a special message for all of you, our graduating 8th graders. I am so proud of you. This is a big moment in your life as you get ready to go to high school. You're going to discover new interests, meet new friends, tackle more and challenging academics, and learn so much more about yourself and the world around you. And I know you are ready. You didn't just make it through middle school. You finished it out learning from home while the world around us changed. And I know that wasn't easy. Now you know that no matter what obstacles come in your way, you can overcome them. So as you get ready for high school, I have a few words of advice. Find your passion and be clear about your values. Use your voices for positive change and amplify the voices of friends and classmates who are not always heard. Keep reading and learning this summer, and keep safe as you have fun. You are the young leaders we need right now, and we will be waiting for you in September. Congratulations.
Well, thank you, Chancellor Carranza and Superintendent Rosado. I have the distinct honor of introducing our salutatorian at this time, a student who I adored in the 6th grade and who I thought was really setting the bar high for everybody, including his sister now, who joins us at IS 190. Our salutatorian, ladies and gentlemen, Ishmael Bello.
Good morning, parents, teachers, and class of 2020. It is an honor to be a salutatorian. When I first started 8th grade, I was hoping for a new start, and that's what I got. New classmates and friends. However, one day in class, me and my friends were talking, and the teacher sent me to the front of the class, and I didn't enjoy it. The next day, I tried to go back to the place I usually sit, and she gave me that look, the same look my mom gives me when I did something wrong. And from then, I knew that was going to be my permanent seat. It wasn't exciting, but it did change me and turned me into what I am today, a graduate, a student, and a teacher. So the message I'm trying to send to you graduates is, your teachers aren't always the nicest. In fact, Ms. Peterson wasn't, making us write down a memo in an hour, but it's always for the best. Congratulations, class of 2020, and thank you for being here for me. This is the start of the adventure.
Good morning! Woo! Families, friends, and class of 2020, give yourselves a round of applause. Congratulations on your big day. Shakespeare, my friend, said, "It is not in the stars to hold our destinies, but in ourselves." We know what we are, but not what we may be. Right now, you guys and your families have just come through an extraordinary year, and all of you are to be congratulated for it. But I want to make sure that this extraordinary year doesn't eclipse your vision of the extraordinary 3 years that you've spent here at IS 190 and that I have been lucky enough to go through with you. I am blessed to have been able to be with you from 6th grade through 7th grade through to this wonderful day here, your graduation at 8th and 8th grade. I want to share with you today something that my dad said to me when I was your age. Out of the 4 kids in the family, I'm number 3. And out of the 4 kids in my family, 3 of them are really good at math and science. I'm not one of them. Now, I can write a play and perform all 72 characters by myself, but I can't tell the difference between an exponent and an empanada. One day, my dad saw me absolutely despairing over this. And he said to me, "Listen, Alicia, you kids, you're like my fields of wildflowers. Each one of you is totally different. You're a different size, you're a different shape, different colors, you move differently in the wind, but each one of you is different and perfect just on your own." And I have to tell you that that was a really big aha moment for me. And I share this personal moment with you on your big day because I thought about it a lot over the 3 years when I worked with you guys. You guys are my field of wildflowers. Each one of you is this perfect, unique little wonder to behold. And together, you were breathtaking. Arts education is a different style of learning from all the other classes, and many of the things that I have asked you guys to do seem very, very strange. One of the big life skills that we develop is learning how to value your own voice and step outside your comfort zone. And that's been very hard. For some students, it's hard to share your thoughts. And for other students who love the spotlight, it's hard to yield the stage and sit back and listen more strongly to others. And throughout our 3 years, I've watched each one of you grow. I've watched you take those steps, and that's required bravery, and I want to honor you and thank you for that. I've been lucky enough to be there as you found your voices and then shared them. I've also seen you be so kind and supportive of each other. You have cheered your classmates up out of their seats and then cheered them twice as hard as they got back down again. Individually, you are perfect, unique little wonders to behold, and together, you are just breathtaking. I want to thank each and every one of you, wildflowers, from the bottom of my heart, for the honor of inviting me along with your journey. And you taught me more than you will ever know. One of my favorite poets, Ralph Waldo Emerson, who you will learn about in high school, and he is rad, he said this: "Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." So, my beloved wee flowers, bloom and continue to astonish us all. Thank you. You taught me more than you'll ever know. You've touched me more than you'll ever know. And I love you. Thank you very much. And congratulations! Woo!
Good morning, graduates of class 2020. Today, mark another journey of your life. But the most difficult part is how we're going to move on as we face these new challenges in life. Well, just remember that life is just like a math equation. In order to gain the most, you have to know how to convert negatives into positives. Yes, we're facing negatives with this pandemic. Some of you were able to soar high above and beyond. Even your parents learn more math this time. So good luck and congratulations, graduates 2020.
Good morning, parents, staff members, and graduates. Here's my message to you. The simple aspect of engaging in productive struggles weren't meant to be permanent or a continuous dwelling place of your entire existence, but rather a process where you develop into something greater than what our society expects of us. Each obstacle along the way makes us stronger and wiser. So, is the art of learning. At first, when you don't succeed, try again. With each level mastered brings with it a certainty of newfound strength and focus. So strive for the mastery. According to Longfellow, he states, the heights of great mind were reached and kept, were not obtained by southern flight, but those while their companions slept were up toiling through the night. To the graduates of ICE 190 2020, congratulations, strive on.
So all the things you guys wrote down in the chat panel are completely valid, right? Your vision of success is how you define it. So if it's having a lot of money, fine. If it's like Jadel said, like just having no regrets in your life, being satisfied with what you have, fine. If it's like Maxwell, like becoming a doctor, having a chain of hospitals, or like Yobi having a chain of restaurants, or like a lot of you, like being some CEO of a company, fine, right? All those are valid definitions of success. They're your definitions. But when we talk about success in science, especially in biology, which is living environment, it has a very specific definition. Success is simply defined by how many offspring you have. So Mr. Wayne, for example, is a complete failure biologically because I have no biological children, right? So I am a failure from a science perspective. Oh, wow. Some of you are having a good time with that.
Let's clear the air. I bet some of you are thinking, bruh, this teacher made us sit through his virtual lesson, made us watch the lesson recordings on Edpuzzle, without the ability to fast forward, mind you. And now, even now on our graduation day, when the learning is supposed to be over, he's making us watch the lesson a third time. Only Mr. Wang would try to pull something like that. Here's my response. Bruh, with the observation inference skills you've been developing this year, you definitely should have hypothesized this scenario to happen. After all, there are a good number of you who missed class, didn't watch the Edpuzzle lesson, and decided to show up today, a day we celebrate your academic achievements. What better chance for a teacher to have a captive audience for a makeup lesson to make sure you actually deserve the celebration? Oh, and by the way, the learning is never supposed to be over, my dear students. Now that we have that out of the way, you might be wondering, why that clip about success? Well, after you guys, especially Jaden, had a good laugh about his teacher being a scientific failure, one of you asked me what my personal definition of success is. And I said I would tell you later. Now is that later. My definition of success is the kind that is bound up in the success of my students, you. To be clearer, when you have reached your definitions of success, is when I feel like I have been successful. It is that most vulnerable kind of success where you are not in complete control of the outcome, where you have to place your trust in others. It is the kind of definition of success that requires enormous hope. Not the naive kind of hope of those who might wish away the dual pandemics of COVID-19 and racism raging across our country without lifting a finger. Rather, the kind of hope that pushes you to keep the candle burning, even when the night is at its darkest hour. I've been thinking about James Baldwin lately, and I think that he had such a hope for our country. James Baldwin was born gay, just as he was born Black, just as he was born poor in this city in 1924. This was a man that hit the jackpot, as he put it, of being disadvantaged. A man who lived through the assassination of Medgar Evers, Malcolm X, and Martin Luther King, friends of his who died for their beliefs in civil rights. So this was not a naive man. Yet when Baldwin was asked whether he was optimistic or pessimistic, hopeful or not, about the status of Black people in America, he said, well, I'll let him speak for himself.
I can't be a pessimist because I'm alive. To be a pessimist means that you have agreed that human life is an academic matter. So I'm forced to be an optimist. I'm forced to believe that we can survive whatever we must survive.
With the observation inference skills you've built, you should have noted the anguish in his face, even as he said he had to be hopeful because he was alive. This was a man that knew pain, knew suffering, but still fought on, still kept the candle burning, and that is my parting message to you. Stay hopeful in yourself and crucially in each other. We live in dark times, but it is through your collective hope, those candlelights shimmering together in the darkness, followed with the hard work that audacious hope inspires, that you made it through middle school during an ongoing pandemic, that you will make it through high school, through college, through our country's social strife, through our world's global climate crisis, through a meaningful, fulfilling, successful life.
To the graduating class of 2020, we salute you. In light of all that you have endured this past year, it is our honor to be a part of this great celebration. Despite some very difficult times you have struggled with, including a global pandemic and much racial tension, you have completed this journey with great achievements. If there's anything we have learned this past year, it is to be appreciative and grateful of all that we have. So please be kind and respectful to one another. Good luck and best of everything in high school. Good luck, class of graduating class of 2020. Bye-bye.
Good morning, parents, and the class of 2020. I would definitely love to congratulate all of you. The IS 190 administration, office staff, and teachers are very appreciative of your hard work and dedication to our school. I know I am very lucky. It gives me great pleasure to have the opportunity to see many of you grow up into young ladies and gentlemen. Please instill these great values into your everyday lives. It's your nature to always lend a helping hand. This award, I am presenting the Community Service Award to class 8003. It would be Georgie Furman, Jim Marie Furman, Michelle Jimenez, Franklin Reyes, Alexis Davila, Amari Young. From class 8801, Israel Aviles, Derek Chamorro, Fabian Delorbe, Jinrayu Ellington, Davy Fugon, Joel Caceres Lopez, Maxwell Awusu Asan, Timothy Smith, Juan Escano Sosa, Aleangi Tejeda Santos, Antisa Tao, Ashim Williams. From class 8802, Abdul Ba, Alana Baker, Raiden Davison Craig, Brian Diaz, Abel Garcia, Angel Hernandez, Rennie Enoa, Darlene Jabalera Reyes, Jaden Jennings, Jadalee Medina, Kwame Awusu Boheni, Jadel Soto, Gloria Villanueva. From class 8803, Abigail Abreu, Jaslyn Birch, Crystal Cabreja, Justin Chevalier, Soraya Dolceran, Jeannie Ferron, Alyssa Menino, Gavin Murray, Gabriela Perez, Manuela Ramirez, Jay Portsmith, and Leslie Vargas. Congratulations to all of you. My love to all of you.
Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrow. But if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride if I have faith. You need to borrow, for no one can fill those of your needs that you won't let show. You just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong, I just might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on. If there is a load you have to bear that you can't carry, I'm right up the road. I'll share your load if you just call me. Call me if you need a friend. Call me, if you need a friend. If you ever need a friend, call me. Call me. Call me. Call me. Call me. Call me. If you need a friend, call me. Call me. Call me. Call me. Call me. Call me. Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrow. But if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride if I have faith you need to borrow, for no one can fill those of your needs that you won't let show. You just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till If you need a friend, call me. If you need a friend, if you ever need a friend, call me. Call me. Call me. Call me. Call me. Call me. If you need a friend, call me. 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 Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrow. But if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride if I have faith you need to borrow, for no one can fill those of your needs that you won't let show. You just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. You just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on. If there is a load you have to bear that you can't carry, I'm right up the road. I'll share your load if you just call me. Call me if you need a friend.
Well, that was really, really awesome. Looking at all the pictures and watching everybody as they grew up and everything they've done. But we need to get a couple things out of the way. First thing, I do have a soda, as I always have, and this is probably part of the graduation where I would be yelling at Abdul or Joseph to sit down and stop talking and listen up. But it is my honor to introduce the valedictorian. As a teacher, it's not often that you will have a student who probably smarter than you in the 6th grade, but that certainly is the case here. So without further ado, our valedictorian for 2020 IS 190, Soraya Dolceron.
Good morning, parents, guardians, teachers, staff, and my fellow classmates. It is an honor to be valedictorian. When I first came to the school in the 2nd grade, I had to adjust quite a bit. When I first walked into the building, I noticed that the atmosphere was different from my old school. I was scared that I wouldn't fit in and that I would have a hard time adjusting to the school, but I was wrong. I was greeted with welcoming classmates and teachers, which made the experience much better. Throughout my time here at IS 190, I could tell that most of these teachers had their best interests at heart for me and my classmates. Because of these great teachers, I have made many achievements, like being on top of the honor roll multiple times, being class president, and now being valedictorian. These achievements contributed to the person who I am today, and I dream to achieve much more throughout my life. I hope to never forget my experience at IS 190, but I didn't only gain experience, but I also gained many friendships and memories. In my opinion, my friends and classmates were the best part of school. They just made school much more fun and less stressful. We have achieved a lot and grown as people together, and I really wish our time wasn't cut short. We could have made so many more memories, but we can't dread on the past, but we can only look forward to the future. We're all going to new schools to make new memories, new friends, and new experiences, and that's what matters. To all my fellow graduates, I wish the best to all of you and a life full of success.
ESMT IS 190 Class of 2020 Academic Awards. Outstanding Academic Achievement. Valedictorian Award, Soraya Dolceron, Class 803. Salutatorian Award, Ismail Bello, Class 803. First Honorable Mention, Geaudrey Furman, Class 003. Second Honorable Mention, Jimmery Furman, Class 003. Third Honorable Mention, Benjamin Lopez, Class 803. First Honor, Gold, Michelle Jimenez, Class 003. Second Honor, Silver, River Davison Craig, 003. Amari Young, Class 003. Franklin Reyes, Class 003. Manuela Ramirez, Class 803. Gavin Murray Jr., Class 803. Third Honor, Bronze, J. Port Smith, Class 803. Leslie Vargas, Class 803. E-Class Waga, Class 803. Kevin Petrick, Class 803. Maxwell Owusu Ansa, Class 801. Jose Santana, Class 803. Third Honor, Bronze, Abel Garcia, Class 802. Crystal Cabreja, Class 803. Alexis Vasquez Davia, Class 003. Aaliyah Alvarado, Class 803. Angel Hernandez Guzman, Class 802. Leslie Hernandez, Class 802. Gabriela Perez, Class 803. Honorable mention, Jaden Ochoa, Class 802. Eloise Otero, Class 803. Josh Notice, Class 803. ESMT IS-190 Subject Awards. English Language Arts Honors. Ismael Bello, Class 803. Soraya Dulceran, Class 803. Geodry Furman, Class 003. Jimmery Furman, Class 003. Benjamin Lopez, Class 803. Manuela Ramirez, Class 803. Mathematics Honors. Ismael Bello, Class 803. Soraya Dulceran, Class 803. Geodry Furman, Class 003. Benjamin Lopez, Class 803. Franklin Reyes, Class 003. Jose Santana, Class 803. Science Honors. Ismael Bello, Class 803. Soraya Dulceran, Class 803. Michelle Jimenez, Class 003. Benjamin Lopez, Class 803. Gavin Murray Jr., Class 803. Amari Young, Class 003. Social Studies Honors. Ismael Bello, Class 803. Soraya Dulceran, Class 803. Geodry Furman, Class 003. Jimmery Furman, Class 003. Angel Hernandez Guzman, Class 802. Benjamin Lopez, Class 803. Theater Arts Honors. Abel Garcia, Class 802. Michelle Jimenez, Class 003. Franklin Reyes, Class 003. Jose Santana, Class 803. Leslie Vargas, Class 803. Amari Young, Class 003. Physical Health Education Honors. Aaliyah Alvarado, Class 803. Ismael Bello, Class 803. River Davison Craig, Class 003. Soraya Dulceran, Class 803. Benjamin Lopez, Class 803. Antonio Rodriguez, Class 802. AIS ELA Honors. Ismael Bello, Class 803. Crystal Cabreja, Class 803. River Davison Craig, Class 003. Soraya Dulceran, Class 803. Benjamin Lopez, Class 803. Gavin Murray Jr., Class 803. United States History Regents Honors. Soraya Dulceran, Class 803. Sportsman of the Year. Ismael Bello, Class 803. Sportswoman of the Year. Aaliyah Alvarado, Class 803. Congratulations, Class of 2020. Graduates of Class 8003. River Davison Craig. Geodry Furman. Jimmery Furman. Michelle Jimenez. Thomas McFadden. Franklin Reyes. Alexis Vasquez Davia. Amari Young. Graduates of the class of 801. Israel Aviles. Yarielis Blanco. Destiny Carilla. Derek Chamorro Larios. Fabian Delorde. Jinryu Ellington. Davy Fugon. Lucia Garcia. Joel Lopez Caceres. Joel Mensa. Maxwell Owusu Ansa. Joseph Portorial. Miriam Kispi. Elsa Rayo. Rubelis Rodriguez Perez. Rubiana Roman. Mariam Sene. Timothy Smith. Juan Jose Sosa Escano. Chelsea Suazo Mejia. Eliangi Tejera Santos. Andy Thompson. Intisa Tao. Aishin Williams. Graduates of the class of 802. Abdul Ba. Alana Marie Baker. Emmy Brown. Dielsa Kalon. Raiden Davison Craig. Brian Diaz Rodriguez. Yolby Fernandez. Abel Garcia. Liz Marie Gonzalez. Jesse Guiracocha. Leslie Hernandez. Angel Hernandez Guzman. Rennie Inoa. Darlin Jabalera Reyes. Jaden Jennings. Tyriel McLaurin. Jadalee Medina. Karen Miguel. Aiden Molinari. Jaylene Morales. Jaden Ochoa. Kwame Owusu Poene. Caden Pierre. Antonio Rodriguez. Noel Rodriguez. Jadel Soto. Tyriana Spears. Gloria Villanueva. Graduates of the class of 803. Abigail Abreu. Aaliyah Ariandra Alvarado. Jaden Baldion. Ismael Bello. Hale Brown. Jaslyn Birch. Crystal Cabreja. Justin Chevalier. Soraya Dulceron. Jeannie Farron. Kalissa Hanshaw. Benjamin Lopez. Elise Lacey Menino. Gistiani Munoz. Gavin Murray Jr. Brian Natal. Josh Notice. Eloise Otero. E-Class Waga. Jerlyn Pantaleon. Gabriela Perez. Kevin Petrick. Manuela Ramirez. Mariah Rivers. Priscilla Rodriguez. Jose Santana. Jayport Smith. Leslie Vargas.
Hello, parents, guardians, teachers, and classmates. It was an honor to be student council president this year. And on the behalf of class of 2020, I would like to give my first vote of thanks to the people who run the school. Mr. McKenzie, thank you for being a very passionate and well-spoken principal. And to Mr. Lewis, thank you for being an amazing assistant principal now and an engaging, welcoming math teacher to us when we were in the 6th grade. Now for the people who got to know us, teachers, and deal with us every day for the past 3 years. The teachers. For our 6th grade teachers, I would like to say thank you for being so welcoming to us when we first came to middle school, and for teaching us to be leaders and not followers. For our 7th grade teachers, I never thought I would actually be thanking someone for this, but thank you for assigning us a lot of work. It taught us to have a good work ethic and got us to get used to getting assignments every day. For our 8th grade teachers, thank you for preparing us for high school even through a computer screen, and being motivated teachers. I would also like to commend all of the teachers for transitioning smoothly from in-school learning to remote learning, and for being dedicated, caring, and understanding educators. I would also like to give thanks to Mr. Lilly. He doesn't work here anymore, but when he did, he was always up to help you when you didn't understand the work. To Miss Rosa, thank you for being so caring and supportive of us. Miss Torres, thank you for keeping us up to date and giving us reminders. And Mr. Wang, for being so understanding, patient, and helpful. Anytime we needed your help, you were there to give it to us, if it be one of your students or one of the teachers. Without you, remote learning wouldn't have gone as smoothly as it did, and this graduation wouldn't be like this without you. So thank you. Also, thank you to the staff in the main office. Thank you to the janitors who clean up after us, the cafeteria workers for feeding us, and the security guards for keeping us safe. And last but not least, thank you to the parents who support and encourage their child to do their best in school, especially my parents. Thank you for listening to me, and have a wonderful summer.
Good morning, families, staff, honored guests, and a pleasant good morning to our graduating class of 2020. My name is Kestella McKenzie, and I have the pleasure to serve as principal at ESMT IS 190. Graduating class, your lively energy was a hallmark of your senior year. Before we had to all rush into remote learning. But your resilience and your abilities to adapt so quickly was so evident. We all had to go into remote learning, but you never skipped a beat. And during these times, we're living in an historic period of our lives. And it's very important now than ever before that all voices are heard, that your voices are heard as you create our future. You are our pandemic graduates. You adjusted yourselves so well to meet the challenges that we all had to face these past few months. And you did it with grace. As you think about high school over the summer, take some time to reflect about the college you would like to attend or the career path that you would like to pursue. Remember, your city, your state, your country, our world need you now more than ever before. We have seen many things over these past few months, but it's up to you to ensure that your voices and everyone's voices are heard. Please continue to work hard, be diligent, be reflective, and always make sure that you do the right things. Our country is really counting on you right now. Our world is really counting on this graduating class of 2020 right now. And as kings and queens, and as the heart of the Bronx, we are today looking at the future leaders of the United States of America right in front of us. I trust that we will all hear great things about this graduating class of 2020. I salute you. I salute your parents and guardians and teachers and all of the educators who have made today possible. For those who may have a summer class over the summer to prepare for fall, please go at it with all that you have. And I sincerely believe that you will do well. The preparation stage is the most important. Never give up. We have all been living through some trial and tribulations. But because of the values that have been instilled in you by your parents and your guardians and your educators, you will do well. And I would like to leave you with a quote from Nelson Mandela, otherwise known as Madiba. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Thank you, graduating class of 2020. We will surely miss you. Right off into the sunset. Are in my office again.
Yes.
What's going on with you guys?
I'm sleeping.
Sleeping? Why are you guys sleeping in class? Class is boring. What do you guys like?
Music.
I can't hear you.
Music.
Guess what? I'm a musician too. I love music. Maybe we could do a song together.
Stretch no weakness.
What about we do a song called The Heart of the Bronx? I'm the heart of the Bronx, you're the heart of the Bronx, we are the heart of the Bronx. Let's say it together, we are the heart of the Bronx. Again, we are the heart of the Bronx. Let's do this. Let's do this. Again, we are the heart of the Bronx. We are the heart of the Bronx.
Hey, we are the heart of the Bronx. We are the heart of the Bronx. We are the heart of the city. We are the heart of the Bronx. We are the heart of the Bronx. We are the heart of the Bronx. We don't need. We are the heart of the city. We are the heart of the Bronx.
This is my heart, this is my home. It's for me, it's where I'll go. I never leave, oh no, no, no. I never leave. If you believe you're on my team, I can see clearly this was meant to be. I got Jenny by my side, watch your body come alive. I'm way too flawless, they can never stop my shine. Be celebrating love, no hate. Be celebrating for the greats. I hope you're ready for the ride. Whoa, I'm representing for the city. Even though it may be gritty, I'm gonna represent for life. Whoa.
We are the heart of the Bronx.
Oh yeah.
We are the heart of the Bronx. We are the heart of the city. We are the heart of the Bronx. We are the heart of the Bronx.
Yeah.
We are the heart of the Bronx.
We don't need.
We are the heart of the
gotta get that bag, cause I take the D train. Ain't no time for the cab, yeah, it's my melody, remedy. Ain't nobody killing me. I'm the hottest, youngest rapper in this industry. Yeah, I'm really strong, got me feeling like I'm Superman. Can't wait to ride with my team in that Sprinter van. Been through so much struggles in my life, you won't understand. People really hating on my name, cause I'm making plans. See us, be us, yeah, we some leaders. Put 3 stripes on the flag like it's Adidas. Me and my bros driving fast in our Beamer. Only riding foreign tinted windows, they can see us. So my brother, I'ma put an AP on his left wrist. Early morning, waking up, we switching different breakfasts. Yeah, we switch a different breakfast. Yeah. We
are the heart of the Bronx. We are the heart of the Bronx. We are the heart of the city. We are the heart of the Bronx. We are the heart of the Bronx. We are the heart of the Bronx. We are the heart of the city. We are the heart of the Bronx.
Let them know we number one. Let them know we coming strong. Holla if you with me. Holla if you with me. Let them know we number one. Let them know we coming strong. Holla if you with me. Holla if you with me. Let them know we number one. Let them know we coming strong. Holla if you with me. Holla if you with me. Let them know we number one. Let them know we coming strong. Holla if you with me. Holla if you with me.
Graduating class of 2020, please stand. Please move your tassels from the right to the left. And with the powers vested in me by the New York City Department of Education, I now pronounce you all graduates from ASMT ICE 190. Congratulations.
I've paid my dues time after time. I've done my sentence, but committed no crime. And bad mistakes, I've made a few. I've had my share of bad kicks in my bed, but I've come through. And I need to go on. We are the champions, my friend, and we'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losing, 'cause we are the champions of the I've taken my bows and my curtain calls. You brought me fame and fortune and everything that goes with it. I thank you all, but it's been no bed of roses.